What's up everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Pinoy Tech Dad. As you've seen in the intro, we're finally out of the TWS earbuds category. Well, temporarily, because I still have a lot of TWS earbuds to review. But for now, we're taking a look at the Beyerdynamic Lagoon ANC. And you heard that right. It's actually pronounced as Beyerdynamic, not Beyerdynamic. Anyway, before anything else, as usual, here's a quick unboxing. Beyerdynamic has finally decided that it wants a piece of the active noise cancellation segment, and the Lagoon ANC is their first entry. But as a newcomer, does the Lagoon ANC have what it takes to tackle the king of ANCs since 2018, the Sony WH-1000XM3? Well, let's find out together. I've had the Lagoon ANC since last November 2019, and I made sure that I actually put it to use so I could fairly measure it up against the Sony WH-1000XM3, which I've been using since February 2019. First off, let's talk about its physical design. Looks-wise, I don't think it would win any awards. Its ear cups look a little too round and chunky for my taste, and the headband is far too wide that it has gaps, as you can see right here. On the right ear cup, you'll find its touch interface and all of its ports. You have a button for 2 levels of active noise cancellation, a power button, a headphone jack, and a USB Type-C charging port. The left ear cup doesn't have any special features. The ear cups can swivel up to 90 degrees, and the headbands can extend a good amount so people with larger heads can easily use the Lagoon ANC. These also fold up, making it really convenient to bring anywhere, especially when you're traveling. Its ear cup cushions are made up of memory foam and covered in artificial leather. They're quite soft and comfortable. However, since they are made of faux leather, it's not quite breathable. So if you live in a warm area like I do in the Philippines, you'll probably sweat a lot on these. The headband also has some cushioning, but it's quite minimal compared to the Sony WH-1000XM3. As for the ear cup depth, it has enough space for my Dumbo ears to not hit the ear cup walls. So in simple terms, that's actually good. The clamping force of the Lagoon ANC is on the stronger side compared to its main competition. If you're getting it brand new and you have a bigger sized head, don't worry. Its fit will get better after you break it in. But fair warning, it still won't be as comfortable fit-wise as the Sony WH-1000XM3. Lastly, it has a unique feature which other ANC headphones don't have, and those are its LED light indicators found inside of its ear cups. It's a cool feature, but I've seen a lot of YouTubers and tech reviewers that downplayed its usefulness. Personally, I like it because it helps guide you to its proper orientation. The left ear cup lights up blue, while the right ear cup lights up red. It also lights up when you're charging, so once it's fully charged, the light will turn green. Moving on, it has touch controls on the right ear cup, which are highlighted by the lines on each side. The center of the ear cup is the play-pause control. The left and the right swipe motions are the back and forward controls respectively, and the up and down gesture controls volume up or volume down respectively. You can also activate your smart assistant by holding the center touch control for around 2 seconds. The touch control is hit or miss. Sometimes it works perfectly, but other times it doesn't respond as quickly as you'd want it to. It's the same experience I've had with the Sony WH-1000XM3. Lastly, it has a mute function when you take off the headphones, which is nice for saving energy or for when you want to pause the music when someone is trying to talk to you. However, one downside I've experienced with this feature is that if you're using the Lagoon ANC and you tilt your head down or you lean your head in a forward motion, it sometimes registers as if you've taken off the headphones. So you might experience some random pauses if you're doing certain head movements. But to continue playing music or video, you can do a nod up head motion as if you're acknowledging someone. It's a tiny bit annoying, but it doesn't happen that often, so it's acceptable. Sound quality wise, I love the Lagoon ANC. Out of the box, you'll hear a very distinct Beyerdynamic sound profile which focuses more on clarity with just the right amount of depth with its bass. I listened to a lot of falling in reverse songs on the Lagoon ANC and it was a total joy. The drums, guitars, and even the synths sounded right to my non-audiophile ears. And the vocals on the songs Popular Monster and Drugs, which starts from rap and transitions to punk to screamo and then to falsettos, really gave me a great idea of the range of the Lagoon ANC. Whatever music genre you're into, this has you covered. And for hip-hop fans, if the bass doesn't satisfy you, you can personalize the sound of the Lagoon ANC through Beyerdynamic's Mosaic app, available on Android and iOS. And when I say personalize, I don't mean just to equalize them. No, the app is actually really impressive as it adjusts Lagoon ANC's sound profile based on your age and actual tests for each ear. I tried it on my Lagoon ANC, and after personalizing my sound using the test, the sound profile drastically changed. From clear highs and vocals, my audio profile became bass boosted, which is my personal preference anyway, so don't hate. So if the out-of-the-box sound of the Lagoon ANC is not to your liking, I'd highly recommend using the Mosaic app of Beyerdynamic. Before we proceed to the next segment, here's a quick microphone test. Alright, so this is the Beyerdynamic Lagoon ANC microphone test. I'm doing this outdoors. I'm currently at our balcony area where there's a lot of vehicles passing by in front of me, and we also have an air conditioner running at the background. So what do you guys think? I'll keep quiet for a little bit just so you guys can hear the background noise. I think it's an okay microphone. It's not the best. Anyway, let's go back to the main review. The active noise cancellation on the Lagoon ANC is actually really good, but I'd have to say the Sony WH-1000XM3 still blocks more outside noise. The Lagoon ANC has two levels of active noise cancellation. Level 1 is suitable for home or office environments that have medium noise pollution. Level 2 is for when you're in a heavily noise polluted area like outdoors or during plane flights. At level 2, I can still faintly hear people trying to talk to me compared to Sony's WH-1000XM3 where I can't even hear anything my wife says. Not hearing your wife when she is angry is probably the best test of active noise cancellation. Just kidding. Or am I? Anyway, all the other noises like the air conditioning, fans, other people conversing, and all other environmental background noises are blacked out easily. I feel like this is where Beyerdynamic could have had an upper hand on Sony if only they included Bluetooth 5.0 on the Lagoon ANC, but we only get Bluetooth 4.2, which Sony also uses for the Sony WH-1000XM3. It does have aptX, which greatly helps in lowering latency. From my 3 months of testing it, I never encountered any perceivable lag when it comes to audio sync in videos, whether from Netflix, YouTube, or even huge 4K files. I even used it for gaming, and surprisingly with CSGO and Dota 2, I didn't notice any latency issues. It connected perfectly with my desktop, laptop, TV, and several different phones. And I need to emphasize this, the Lagoon ANC can connect to multiple devices at the same time. Sony, this is how you do it right. So if you're watching YouTube on your PC and you suddenly want to listen to Spotify on your phone, you can do that seamlessly. Thank you, Beyerdynamic. This is the one major thing that I love about the Lagoon ANC. You can also opt to use this in a wired setup as it has a 3.5mm headphone jack. And lastly, it also has NFC if you prefer connecting your devices that way. The battery life on the Lagoon ANC is really good. It has a 1100 mAh battery capacity, and I was able to get around 20 hours with the ANC at level 2 and volume at close to 100% all the time. I never tried it with ANC off, but it is advertised to last up to 46 hours with ANC off. And I really like that it comes with a USB Type-C charging port, and it takes about 3 hours to fully charge it from zero. Comfort-wise, if you have a regular sized head and ears, you can wear the Lagoon ANC for several hours without the need to adjust or take a break. Unfortunately, for people with huge head and huge ears like yours truly, and as I've mentioned earlier, the clamping force on this is a little bit on the stronger side. Even after 3 months of using it constantly, it didn't reach the comfort level that I've had with the Sony WH-1000XM3. For people with bigger heads and ears, do keep this information in mind when deciding to get the Lagoon ANC. Also, weight-wise, it's heavier than the Sony WH-1000XM3, so take that in consideration as well. Beyerdynamic's Lagoon ANC released globally several months ago but only came out in my country last November 2019. It came at a time when Sony's WH-1000XM3 was reigning supreme as the king of noise-cancelling headphones. For a first entry in the active noise-cancelling segment, the Lagoon ANC is a fantastic attempt by Beyerdynamic at taking the crown away from Sony. It does some things that the Sony WH-1000XM3 couldn't, like simultaneously connect to multiple devices and auto-mute when you take them off. It even has a cool app that allows you to truly personalize your audio experience with the Lagoon ANC, but it comes up short in terms of overall design and comfort. And comfort for me is a huge thing, as I find myself going back to the Sony WH-1000XM3 every time I feel like my ears are getting tired from the clamping force of the Lagoon ANC. However, this experience is personal to me and might be different for those of you with regular ear shapes. Would I recommend the Lagoon ANC? Yes, but only if you can get it for the right price. If you can find it selling for way below the Sony WH-1000XM3 price, you should definitely get one. It sounds really good and it has features that the Sony WH-1000XM3 can only dream of. And if you want to get one, I'll put links in the description box. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and hit that bell button so you can watch more videos like this in the future. That's it for today, guys. Have a great day.